welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel Banks and I plan to bring you beauty to beauty. Okay guys, so happy Vlogmas Day 18. Whoop, whoop. I know I have been MIA with the whole Vlogmas thing for a couple of days, just because my intentions have been good. Okay, so Sunday I got up to go shopping. I said, well, let me vlog a little bit while I'm out shopping so you all can see what's out here in the stores that are left or maybe on sale. And my intentions was good. Started the intro, was in the parking lot, started the intro, got in them stores, and just my man was focused on shopping. I didn't remember to start vlogging until after I left my last store before going to Sam's Club, and I'm like, I don't want to see no vlog of Sam's Club. So I didn't even, I was just like, forget it. But anyways, that was crazy. And then yesterday my intentions was good too. Started the intro, was in the midst of talking. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel Banks and I plan to bring you beauty to beauty. Happy Vlogmas Day 17. It is a Monday and I am on my way to work. Traffic is looking pretty good so far. I did get myself a new car mount because the other one was just really unflattering. It was like underneath, so you know, it's kind of like, you know how they always joke about when you look down on your phone, when you're scrolling through pictures and you accidentally cut on the camera and you're like, ugh. that was what you was getting all the time. So I wanted to do something a little more flattering and not have you underneath my face, but you know, at eye level for the most part. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this new car mount, especially because it was such a reasonable price. I got it for $7 at TJ Maxx. Okay, got it for $7 at TJ Maxx, and it may be a little shaky because now it's sitting on top of the dashboard versus it's sitting inside of my vent, and that's why it was underneath, because it was below me. Now it's sitting on top of my dashboard. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. And the same mount, I promise you, was like on Amazon for like $15, so it was like double the price. So I got it for half the price at TJ Maxx. I'm telling y'all better go to TJ Maxx or Ross. While I was in the car doing my vlog, and my sister-in-law had called me, so I was on the phone with her for a while. So in fact, I talked to her until I got to work. When I got off work, I had to stop at Staples, but they had some nice like organizers. So I wanted to get me, so the way my job operates, they operate off of weeks and periods. So like week 52 means something, you know, in a certain period. Like they are big on what week and what period are we in. So in order for me to, you know, keep track of all of that, what period and what week, I said, let me write it out on like a calendar like thing, one of those weekly planners. You know how you get the month and then you get like the weekly planners. So I was going to get one of those, and I was like, well, because I still take notes using pen and paper, just because it's easier for me. I know we've moved into the typing technology a world where everybody is like typing in OneNote and taking notes there, but a lot of times I'm wanting to like add little bits here and there, and it's just like by the time I'm like focusing on moving my mouse and, you know, editing and doing all this other stuff, I'm not paying attention to what you're saying. But if I'm just writing, just quickly jotting down little words here and there to kind of remember what people are saying or what we're talking about, and then I go back and write it all up in OneNote so that it's nice and organized and it makes sense. Because I'm the type of person that if I don't put it in a formal format, I'm gonna forget what I was talking about. You know how people have like bullet points and stuff like that? A week later, let's say, you know, I have like 50 tasks, and then my boss is talking to me about the 51st task, and then after that I get 20 more tasks. When I go back to try to review my notes for the 51st task, all of that is going to be all jumbled up with the other stuff. So I like to, as soon as I get something, after I take out my little crazy quick notes, I like to put it in a formal, as if it's almost like a procedure on what needs to be done, so that I don't forget anything. And that's how I stay organized. Like, okay, you know, this, because I've tried it where I'm like, okay, Rachel, you don't have to be so formal or whatever. And then I go back a week later when I'm getting ready to work on it, like, okay, Rachel, what was this all about? What y'all was talking about? So I do like to take little quick notes and then put it formally into my OneNote. But anyways, and I use this notebook that I am obsessed with. I like the quality of the paper. I like the way my pen writes on the paper. I like that it's a spiral notebook, but it's got like a thick cover, so you don't have to worry about your cover ripping off, because it's like a plastic cover. Trying to think of the name brand of it, but it's like the college ruled paper, because I like my lines to be small spaces in between. It's like the perfect quality paper. I like that you can put the date at the top. It's not predated, so you know you're not forced to, you know, use certain pages. I like that aspect of it. So I've been using that for a couple of years, probably even longer than a couple of years. I love that notebook. But because they operate so heavily on week and period, you do certain things within certain weeks and certain periods, because it is retail, I said, well, let me get the monthly planners with the weeks in it, and hopefully I can take notes within the weeks, especially when things are due, because I'm the type of person too, when I am in meetings, I don't always like to have my computer up, because then you get caught up in like emails and all sorts of stuff, and then again I'm not like focusing. So that's why I like to use pen and paper, so that I can stay focused while I'm in meetings. Yeah, so I went to the office supply store yesterday, because I don't remember if it was Office Depot or Office Depot or what else, Office Max, one of those. So I went in there. They had this one notebook. It was nice. It was a daily planner, but let me tell you, because it was a daily planner, you know, it was more than well, I guess double-sided. It could have been a little less than 365, but it was a lot of pages in there, because, and I want to say it had to be more than 365 pages, because it had the whole month calendar, it had checklists in there, and the days were where you could take notes. Like, it was the bomb. Now, eventually, I might go back in there and get it. I don't know. It was a little steep. I think the price was maybe like $60 for this notebook. They had a lot of notebooks in there that was like $60, $80. And some of the more expensive ones were for like taking appointments. So you had, you know, like if you worked at a beauty shop and you wanted to take down appointments, which honestly I thought would have been a little cheaper, since most people are now starting to do it electronically. They're not doing paper and pen appointments, but it's still expensive. But this notebook was expensive too, but it was nice. But it was thick, so I'm like, because I almost wanted to get it yesterday, but it was so thick, and the cover on it was really hard, like a thick cardboard cover. And I was like, and the reason why I like that other notebook is because it's flexible, so I don't feel like, you know, it's taking up too much room, whereas this one is not as flexible because it had that hard notebook cover on there. So I don't know how I would feel about that. Like, it would seem like it would be bulky and stiff. But yeah, I might go back I'm gonna look for more. I need to just go online, because I absolutely loved the way that it was formatted, because, you know, then you had your calendar right there, so then I can mark my weeks and my periods, and then because there's so many weeks within a period. Well, you all know that, but yeah, just mark all that stuff up. But depending on what company you work for, like maybe in retail all of the periods start and end at the same time. Like, I know where I work, the fiscal year is different than the fiscal year from the last job that I had, which was different than the fiscal year from the job I had before that. So, you know, things do change. I like to keep, you know, be mindful of that. And because sometimes in meetings they'll be like, oh, what week is this? Like, I don't know. So I was like, let me have this written out. And then you have some people that just know, like, oh, it's week 46. Like, Okay, like, how do you memorize all this stuff? Like, that's crazy. And I guess, like, once you know what week, so like if this is week 46, then you just know the whole week is week 46, so you obviously know next week it's gonna be week 47. But my mind is not wired like that. I can't. If I hold on to those little things, I'm gonna be not holding on to the bigger stuff. Okay, my mind is not wired like that. Another thing I had got from there was a pink mouse. Paying attention to this time because, as usual, on Tuesdays it's traffic. Tuesdays is traveling day for most people who travel for work. Yep, that's why it's always a little traffic on Tuesdays. Hopefully the traffic kind of dies down a little bit, because I do want to stop and give me a refresher, because I need a little bit more caffeine. And because I did get some sleep last night, I definitely don't want to drink any coffee, because sometimes coffee, it'll give me that rush I need, but then sometimes it'll make me sleepy. I don't know, it's just a weird thing with me and coffee. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it does not. But hopefully you all have had a good couple of days. Are you all done with your shopping? Leave in the comments if you still have some pieces or things that you need to pick up. I know I am mostly done. I still have, so my dad, I'm going to get him some Starbucks coffee, and I'm going to get it on the weekend because I want it to be fresh. So I'm going to have him, grind it or whatever. That's his favorite coffee. That's the only coffee he drinks is Starbucks. So I'm going to get him a few packs of that. And then I got to get my nephew something. So that will be my last little thing that I'm going to do. So I'm not completely 100% done, but close enough. That if I couldn't get out this weekend, everybody will still be satisfied with what they have. Yeah, so. And then I'm trying out, so one of my videos, and I'll show a picture of my makeup look on Sunday.
My love is out of my mind, and I'm not more than a dream.
But one of my videos, I was saying I was trying out this new CC cream, because one of the reasons why I don't wear foundation is because, like I said, I'm not a pro with makeup like that. So contouring and highlighting is like a thing for me. Like, I would have to take my time and actually, like, just put it on or whatever. Eyeshadows, I throw them on so quickly, it's crazy, because I've gotten so used to it. But for like that full face, it's going to take me some time. Even though I like the look of it, it's going to take me some time, and I don't want to have to add more time in the morning. So I was like, I want to find me a decent CC cream or BB cream, I don't know what they call it, but a hydrating or a facial, what do you call it, a tinted moisturizer. So that's what my intentions was, to get a tinted moisturizer, something that's gonna kind of like balance out my skin, but not heavy enough where I have to add back in the highlights and the contouring and whatnot. So I went to my local beauty store, and they were telling me about the CC cream that I got, and that I would not have to add all of those dimensions back. And so I got it, and I love it. That's what I have on now. I do add blush because I like blush. I have on blush, and I have on like the so not the highlight underneath my eyes. So that's what I'm talking about, like the highlight underneath your eyes and the contour. I didn't want to have to do that, but I did put on like the glittery highlighter on my cheeks. But that's it. And I love it. I love the color. I love the application. It's very quick. And I got a brush that goes with the particular CC cream, and it applies flawlessly, which is a first for me because I am so used to using my sponge, and I still may try applying it with my sponge too, just to see which one would be quicker. But a brush, I always felt like I would lose control. Like it would just, because it's bristles, like I would lose control with adding the foundation. So I'm not really a big brush and foundation person, but this brush with the CC cream is nice. So I love this CC cream, and it's just like the whole look, so I like it. And that's what I've been looking for, something I can just quickly throw on without having to do all of the other steps. and I love it. I love being able to wear my blush. I love being able to wear my highlight now. It's only been a couple of days, so I'll throw in my look from Sunday and then my look from yesterday.
We could be more. Hey, you.
First day testing it out. I was like, let me throw it on because I don't want to wait till Monday when I go back to work, and then I'm like, nope, this ain't working. And you know, like that would take time, like cleaning up my face and doing all that other stuff. Which another thing with me wearing this CC cream is that it is forcing me to do all of my evening routines, my you know, like cleansing my face, putting on the right moisturizers and stuff like that. So it's forcing me to do that because you can't sleep in no CC cream, okay? And then the type of CC cream is supposed to be the type that helps your skin along the way. So that's pretty good. And then yesterday I drank like a bunch of water. So I think the more water I take in too, the better it is for your skin. And then I ate a bunch of grapes yesterday too. Yesterday I didn't do too bad with what I ate. I had some rotisserie chicken and some vegetables, and I had my freshly meal. I ate the chicken masala. Oh my god, I have to insert a clip of that now. Okay guys, that chicken masala was thebomb.com. First of all, I was not prepared for that flavor. I was not prepared for it to taste that yummy. Like, I was hesitant in a way because I like chicken masala, but I was like, is it gonna have that flavor? And it did. It was thebomb.com. Today I brought my peppercorn steak, and tomorrow I'll take that Mexican dish with the pork and the Mexican corn. I'll take that tomorrow. But that meal yesterday was thebomb.com. And the crazy part about it is I'm like, okay, you can save more money if you go buy like a couple of rotisserie chickens and, you know, make up some vegetables and just cut it up and then, you know, just pre-make the lunch for the work week. Like, it's cheaper that way. But the taste, you know, like, and it's something different. Like, you know, it's just something different every day. Now, I won't do it all the time because that would be crazy. But every so often, you know, it's a nice little treat to do something different. But the rotisserie chickens that I get from Sam's Club are so cheap, and that would be a meal for, you know, a few days. Like, that's a good deal. Just get some vegetables and go to Trader Joe's and get you some vegetables. And you know, Trader Joe's vegetables are really inexpensive. So I can't wait for this holiday to be over so I can get my life back in order, because sister girl is tired. But you know, I say that all the time, and then once the holiday passes, it's gonna be something else that come up and I'm gonna be busy still. You know, it's like, it's always something. Always something. And it's crazy because the Saturday when I had the robotics, my husband was laughing. He was like, oh, you can't catch a break. I'm like, no, I can't catch a break. Because I was telling him, like, oh, I'm going to relax. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that on Saturday. I was like, oh, goodness. And for whatever reason, the emails that I had been getting from the school to let me know about all of these, you know, upcoming dates or whatever, I'm not getting them anymore. So that was what was crazy. And I'm like, I feel like I'm out the loop. So when I wasn't working over the summer, and even at the beginning of the school year, you know, I could get a lot of information because I could just go up to the school. But by me, you know, being back to work or whatever, it's hard for me to get that information because I'm not at the school. And if my email, if they're not sending it to me an email, then I just don't know. So hopefully, we have a school group on Facebook. Hopefully some of the moms will share more information for those of us who are not necessarily getting it. Yeah. But I feel like it's just with trying to adjust to everything. Like, I've been giving myself a grace period, but some stuff has been crazy. Like, I just been dropping the ball a little bit on certain things. And luckily I catch it before, you know, I lose. So I mean, I do catch it before I lose, but it's just like, I feel like I'm always in this moment like a day late and a dollar short, like mail it just in time, sign it just in time, reply just in time, call in just in time. It's just been so crazy. It's just been so crazy the past couple of weeks. So I think once the holidays are over, it'll be a little more calm, a little more cool, calm, and collected. The one thing that I do like about the holidays, aside from the kids just being overly excited about everything that they're going to be getting, is that my sister usually comes back into town for the holiday, which, you know, me and my sister are really close. So when she moved away, it was kind of, you know, oh, I miss my sister. So when she comes up here, it's like a big deal. Yeah, so I'm super excited about her coming up here. Oh, hopefully I can, this traffic is moving good now. Once you get past Midway, it's like smooth sailing. I'm telling you, it's them people who traveling for business. That's how I used to be. I will be doing a little bit of traveling in my new position, which I can't wait to see what that's going to be like. But it's not going to be nearly as much as I did in my last position. Yeah, I can already tell now, which is, you know, it's not going to be as much, which is fine, you know. But I can't wait to see what it's going to be like. I know I travel some next week, and I travel some the week of February. I mean, travel some in the month of February. The week of February. That's why I need that calendar. So, because, okay, so here's the thing. So the one book that I saw that I really liked, and I hate to get back on this, but the one book that I saw that I really liked was a little steep. And then the other ones, it had like these little boxes for you to write in, like to-do lists. Like, no, I might want to write out a sentence. You know, like, that part of it I did not like. And it seemed like a lot of them were trending in that direction. And I think that that's why the one thicker one was the most appealing, because it actually had places for you to, like, I could write a sentence if I wanted to. I can make my own to-do list if I wanted to. It wasn't, I don't like those ones that keep you trapped, you know, or you're going to have to write over stuff. Like, I don't want that, especially when you're spending that sort of money for a planner. I don't like that. In fact, maybe I should invent a planner that I know people would love.